it's Mina. Welcome back. I have been watching the lovely, adorable Miss Sarah Mack do her Galaxy Pour series, and I have just been loving it. It's been so beautiful, and she did one for me especially, which I'm thrilled about because it came out gorgeous. So I've been playing with it and doing a lot of straight pour. I mean, I've done straight pours since I started painting, but this is something a little different. She's got a very special technique that she does, I think, that I've been watching it, so I think I've got it figured out. So we're going to do an homage to the lovely Sarah today and try to do one of her Galaxy pours. So this is a 30 by 40 gallery wrapped canvas, which I'm very excited about because I've been using some thinner ones. They've been kind of irritating me a bit. So this is the nice thick gallery wrapped one. I've sprayed it. It's tight like a drum. We shouldn't have any problem with pooling or anything like that. I'm going to scoot that over so I can show you my colors and fill up my cup. So we have our nice big 4 cup today that I'm going to be using. Okay, so our first color is Golden's Prussian Blue. I absolutely love this color. It's like kind of a combination between ultramarine blue and Payne's gray. So it's got this really beautiful deep color to it, just texture. It's just beautiful, beautiful paint. I love it. So that's Prussian Blue by Golden's. This one is Art Minds Mysterious. I have 1 bottle left. This is it. So I figured we might as well put it to good use. So there we go. My paint is mixed very thin for me. Started off with Liquitex Gloss Medium and Varnish, just a little bit, and then we've added the paint and then the Floetrol and water as needed and blah, 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 blah. Okay, this one is Golden's Cobalt Violet. Very pretty color. I'm also using Golden's Permanent Deep Violet. I have 2 sticks in this one so I know which one's which. This is the Permanent Deep Violet. It's not that much darker, a little bit darker. I was tempted to mess with it a little bit, but I actually want to see what they do next to each other or close to each other. This one is another Art Minds. This one was Persian Blue, and it was a little baby bluish for me, so I added a little bit of Payne's Gray. So now it's kind of got this like deeper tone to it. So we'll see what happens with that. My favorite Deco Art Americana Decor Metallics in 24 karat gold. Small mound on a mound. And then I also have white, which is Artist's Loft Titanium White, and some of the satin enamels in pure white. Everything is mixed with Gloss Medium and Varnish and Floetrol and a little bit of water. Okay. So I've been trying to do her Galaxy Pour on a 20 by 20 and it hasn't been working for me, so I've been tilting a lot of it off. So I thought, okay, I'll use a bigger canvas and maybe not tilt so much of it off. So let's go ahead and fill up our cup. This is my big 4 cup. Usually I use the one that's half this size for a 20 by 20 is about 16 ounces. So this is probably 32 ounces here. Okay, let's see. So the things I've figured out about this pour. I'm probably going to sound like an insane person throughout this one, just warning you. Okay, just a tiny bit of white, because if you put too much white and that's your first color in your cup, that's the last thing that comes out and you end up with this huge white center. And I don't want huge, I just want small. So I'm just going to barely put enough to cover the bottom of the cup. And I might even tilt some out if I think that's too much. Okay, yeah, that's good. There's just a tiny bit in there. Then I'm going to add a little bit of gold. So I'm working backwards. I'm trying to envision what I want the center of the painting to look like and work out from there. So just a little bit of gold. Literally a little bit. I'm going to go with some of the Prussian Blue, kind of a thicker layer, because I want a lot of that. That's partially what gives us our galaxy, the space part that's going to stretch. I want some of the Permanent Deep Violet in there next. And now we're going to go with the lovely mysterious. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put a tiny bit of white first. Just a little bit. See how small that is? That's just to break up the 2 colors so they don't completely mix together. Okay, there's our mysterious. Okay. Hey, you're dripping. Don't drip. All right, now we're gonna go back to this. We're gonna try to use Persian Blue with the Payne's in it, just a little bit. I thought about using Payne's Gray, but I didn't want it to get really, really dark. And the Prussian Blue, I want it to be the dark color. So we're gonna put a little bit of gold. It's all dripping down the side of this cup. Okay. Oh. Tiny bit of white. Okay, now we're going to use some of the cobalt violet. And I think we're going to go back to the mysterious. And then I want to put some of the permanent violet in. And a little bit of gold. And back to the Prussian blue again. I'm using thicker layers of that because I really like it and I want it to show. I want it to stand up, stand out. Okay, we're gonna go back to mysterious now. I have to put my hair up. It starts going in my face. It's kind of a lot of gold. Okay, the cobalt violet. Put a little of the Persian blue in. A little bit of white. Permanent deep violet. A little bit of mysterious. And then more Prussian blue. Ooh, there was a lump of something that I just saw fall in there. Okay. Should we do this? Let's do it. I'm excited. So, let's pull this over. Garbage can's a little full. Okay, I'm gonna pour some gold in the middle. We're gonna pour right in there. Boom, boom. I love that. Okay, see, that's a good reminder for me to move my paint over. There's a possibility I'm gonna be pouring another cup on this canvas because it is kind of big. All right. Ready? Right here. Okay, so the thing I noticed when Sarah was doing this is she did it really slow. Like it took more than a minute for the whole cup to get emptied out. So I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna breathe. I'm gonna keep this hand free so I can catch the drip so it doesn't start doing anything I don't want it to. Okay, here we go. Nice and slow. So there comes the mysterious on top of the Prussian blue. Some of that Persian blue is mixing with the white and one of the two violets. So I just got a lot closer to the canvas, you can see, and that's why the colors are sharper. They're not blending as much. Time, go nice and slow. Don't forget to breathe. Try to stay in the same spot. Getting tired. Just gonna fix this squiggle a little tiny bit. Turn it into a swirl. There we go. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna grab a little cup. Pour some of my gold in the little cup, and then some water in there to thin it out. So now this is very watery, what I'm doing right now, and I'm going to pour this around the pour. See, I could tell already this is going to work better for me, because it seemed like I always had way too much paint on the canvas, and I was always tempted to pour it all off, tilt off the extra, because I was worried about it, and I don't think that's going to happen now. Okay, that's very good. Now, I'm going to use some of my white around here. Actually, I'm just going to pour it right in this cup and just thin this out just a tiny bit, not a lot. So why am I thinning out the paint? So that it's thinner than my pour, so that my pour will slide over it and slide on top of it. So if I kept this the same thickness as that paint, it would all move at the same pace instead of moving over this and using this to slide around on, which is what I want it to do. And we still have plenty of white left over there, so if I need to go around it. And I think that's one of the things that she did that I've noticed is she really flooded the canvas a lot so that this design had something to move on independently and wasn't like, you know, getting hung up on it. Okay. We're gonna just tilt this back and forth just a little bit to see which way it wants to go. Actually, you know what? Get my hair out of my face so I can see. Okay. Should we torch it? Let's torch it. See the bubbles. We're giving it time to develop, and that's the other thing that I noticed about when Sarah was pouring is she really took her time. She didn't rush. Technically, everything she did was like spot on. It was awesome. It was wonderful to watch. I've watched him so many times. Okay. All right. We're gonna go back and forth a little bit. This is really cool in here. See, it's rolling over that gold. That's exactly what we want. Come back to center and let it kind of roll over the gold on that side. I'm gonna go over this edge a little bit just to roll over the gold there. That's good. Moving like a drum, you see it? Okay. Go down a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna go eat that gold up right there. So this is pretty cool. So far, so good. I'm very happy. What I do want to do, though, I want to put, actually, I'm going to put some of the Persian blue and the Prussian blue around it, because I would love to keep this part intact. This is the part that I really, really, really like. So I'd love to get this part over here and squished up a little bit more and have this part stretched out a little bit more. So get some of our mysterious. This is already pretty thin, so I'm not going to thin it out even more. We're going to go around. Okay. Let's use some more gold too, because I want to make sure we have enough paint on here for everything to move. This is the permanent deep violet, and this is that Persian blue. Okay. And then I'm going to come in with some of the Prussian blue and a little bit of the white again. Yes, there's a lot of paint on here. Well, there's a lot of Floetrol on here. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 ounces of paint, and the rest of this is Floetrol and a little bit of pouring medium. So I'm okay with that. This is what works for me. You know, I give you guys my recipes and my ratios. You got to figure out what works for you. All right. Let's just put a little bit of gold on your corners also. Okay, that's good. All right. I'm kind of stalling at this point. All right, where Where's the weight of the paint? It's right in the middle. That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna take it that way a little bit. Nice and slow, walking it across the canvas to keep our design. See how this is all sliding so easily right now? That's perfect. I'll get back to that in a minute. Okay, let's take this back down to the middle. Okay, that's excellent. Gently take the weight of the paint back towards the middle. See some things in my paint. Chunk of something. Just keep it. So where are we? We need to take this back this way a little bit. Okay. Let's head back down that corner now. Okay. Take this back this way a little bit. That way now. So good. You just got one more corner to work on. Okay, so we're going to let the weight of the paint go back down that way a little bit and stretch this all out. Okay, that's pretty cool so far. I like that. So, this is awesome in here. This is a little wonky, but it'll okay. This is great. This is great. This side is still kind of plain. So I'm actually going to pour another cup and just do that edge. And see if we can't get our pretty galaxy feel after all. I'm going to use the same cup. I'm just going to fill it up fast. So Prussian blue. cobalt violet, tiny bit of white, mysterious, gold, permanent deep violet. Let's do that fresh blue. Kind of thick. So I'm gonna pour this one right here, and here we go. No wind. Alright, so we're just going to tilt this around a little bit and see what happens with that. Starting to get a bit of sun. Slow. We don't want to mess that up too much. You can see this like river of paint. So if we lose some of that, that's just fine. I wasn't real happy with that like fish skeleton thing we were getting, so I'm kind of happy it's gone, to be honest with you. This is kind of cool though. That's pretty neat. I'm going to take it back the other direction a little bit. I think we are almost done. Try to see if we can't get some of this to be a little different. I'm going to torch it one more time and then we're going to be done. Because this is really cool. I don't want to keep messing with it and mess it up, so. Alright. Want to take this part and stretch it that way a little bit. I didn't do it initially because I like this, but this is weird. So we're going to try to get that to go that way just a little bit. Funny, from this angle I can't really see the design that you guys can see. I just see the different heights of the paint, so I'm watching it like the part that's thicker slide off the edge. I can't actually see the colors and stuff until I put it down. See right there, you can see there's like a height difference where it hasn't tilted off. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. And I think it's gonna dry really neat. So, kind of a galaxy pour, kind of not, but a lot of really pretty colors on here, especially with that mysterious and the purple. I'm sorry, I'll put it down in just a second. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. So there you go. The pour that everybody's doing. Sarah's galaxy pour. I've been teasing her. There's probably like 50,000 people doing this. She's such a good sport though. And honestly, it's such a beautiful pour. That's why everybody's trying to redo it or recreate it or just see if they can, how it works out. So, because it's very, very pretty. So this is neat. There's a lot of that, the permanent dark violet in there with the mysterious, which is really, really cool. I'm gonna take my gloves off. So in here, this part is really neat. All of this with the deep purple and the mysterious in there with the Prussian blue as the background and with the white in here. This is really cool too. And there's a lot of little cells coming up, which is awesome. So I like this. I think it turned out neat. I like that there's movement now, that it's not just something right in the center of this big rectangular canvas. There's actually, you could see where it's moving. There's sort of a pattern going this way, and this is a little jaggedy, but I don't know. I don't want to spread it out any more like that than that, because then I'll start to lose parts of it that I do like. So we're gonna leave it like this. Okay, I will bring you in for some close-ups. No, I'm not gonna bring you in for some close-ups. I'm just gonna see you when it's dry. I'll see you guys when it's dry. Okay, so here's the dried piece. Few days later. This turned out pretty amazing. There's like these really, really cool parts. I hope you guys can see it. Like, especially up here. This is so gorgeous and amazing to me. That little tiny bit of white is just on the very, very, just such a fine line, but it creates so much depth. And then up in here, sparkle on this part is just crazy beautiful. I think my favorite part though is definitely this white, which is hilarious to me because I really didn't want to use the white at all. And that's my favorite part now. But this is just, it's so pretty in here. It's like lightning or something like that. And so much depth, especially right there with all those lines and that gold right on the edge. So those are all cells that like, oops, sorry. Those were cells that stretched out in here. And it's really fine gold lines. There's so much depth. But this part just, oh my gosh. And this is so 3D right here. They're like totally floating on that lighter background. Really, really cool. So this was the Prussian blue and the Persian blue. And apparently my sweater has got a lint all over this. And the two different violets, the cobalt violet and the permanent deep violet. And then of course there's our ring pour. A little tiny bit more jagged than I like, but I think if you're looking at it up close, it's not so pleasing, but from far away it kind of still has that whirlpool-y sort of depth, a ring shape. But these colors in here, look at this one part. It's so gorgeous. You see all that gold sparkling, and you see the turquoise and the purple right up here. That purple is so pretty. Beautiful little cells popped up. They're so cute. Sorry, it's really bright out here. This is full sun. Look how cute those are. See how that's like that sort of sparkling iridescent. just on the tips, the edges of those lines is so pretty. Hope you guys aren't getting a bunch of my shadow in here. It's hard for you to see the screen. Anyways, so this one's really cool. I'm going to call this one Sarah's Making Waves, because I think this has been an amazing experience for everybody who's pouring, who's been following her journey with these galaxy pours. It's been so awesome to watch and so beautiful to see. Really wonderful to watch her pour. She does it so elegantly. It's very pretty. So I really enjoy watching Sarah. We love you, Sarah. So check out her Galaxy series. I will put a link in the description box. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I really did. I've done several of her Galaxy pours right now, and I think I end up tilting up too much paint off, just because of my experience with leaving a lot of paint on there. I think with just Floetrol you can get away with leaving more paint on your canvas because it dries faster, but if there's some kind of pouring medium that's actually got polymers, it takes a little bit longer for it to dry, and that fear of having too much paint on the canvas is what always stops me from leaving a lot on there, and I end up tilting more off. So the bigger canvas works better for me in that regard. I actually had 2 pours on here. I really like the way it looked. I think it turned out really cool, especially in the sun. This is amazing. So there's no varnish on this, but this is the Liquitex Gloss Medium and Varnish, and it's got a beautiful luster to it already. It's got a really pretty sheen. So I don't even think this really needs more varnish, but I might hit it with a coat of spray varnish just to bring out some more of that sparkle. I really like this, especially this part up here. It's so cool to me. And anyway, so this is awesome. If you guys want to see more of my stuff, you can check out Mina Villegas Art on Facebook. You can send me messages there also. You can also send me messages via email at minavillegasart, I think it's .com. I think so. Sorry, there's so many social media platforms now. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, there's a link for a PayPal me if you guys have enjoyed these videos and learned something, or, you know, laughed a lot and had a good time. Any donations you would care to make, I greatly appreciate. And I would like to thank all of the lovely ladies who have sent me some donations in the last couple of weeks. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. It means so much to me, and I really appreciate all of your lovely comments and messages. You guys, you make my day. You really do. There's like all this stuff in the real world going on, and then I take a minute and I go and I look at YouTube and I read your comments, and it's just like, aw, you guys are so sweet. So I'm happy you guys are enjoying the videos. And I'm happy you guys are, you know, experimenting with things and trying new things and working on bigger canvases and stretching. I mean, it's awesome. It's wonderful to see. And you guys, I'm blown away by your pictures that you send me. It's amazing. So, but what else was I going to tell you? So there's the PayPal jar, and oh, Etsy. There's a few little things up on Etsy, but I am going to put more on. The shop name is Mina Villegas Art, so you can find it on Etsy. There's a few things there, and I am working on putting more on as we go, so some patience please. But if there's something you really love and you don't see on the Etsy shop, send me a message and we can talk, okay? Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you more than you could possibly know, and the time that you spend with me watching is just, it's amazing to me that there's people that actually want to see what I'm doing. But I appreciate you guys, and you guys make my day. You really do. This has been so much fun for me, and we got some cool things coming up. Maybe you can hear some noises in the background that might give you a hint, but I'm very excited. So I will see you guys for the next one. Thanks for watching. Have an absolutely beautiful, wonderful day. Oh, one thing I was going to say. Let's do like a little roll call. Anybody who's tried Sarah's Galaxy Pour, please comment. I swear to God, I think there must be 20,000 people doing Sarah's pours because they're so awesome. So, but I'm curious to see how many of you have tried it. You know, not failing or succeeding, just trying is all I want to know. Because it's not easy. I've done it probably 20 times now and not succeeded all that much. So, well, succeeded in having a pretty painting, but not in doing her exact what she ends up with. So, anyways, let me know what you think. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.